the stars and creator of Ebony and Ivory, Gil Gex as Stevie. We got Sky Elobar as Paul, and we got King of the Hosking verse, Jim Hosking. Come on down, gentlemen. Oh, and Sky has his dog too. So I guess I'm going to ask a few questions, and also just to make sure I don't forget this, we're going to open up to audience questions. But there's a special facet of audience questions tonight. We brought in the nugget slide, and so the rules are: I'm going to take audience questions, but you have to take a veggie nugget from the nugget slide delivered to you by Paul, right? So those are the rules. So don't try to sneak in a question and then don't take the nugget. They're very tasty. So, Jim, maybe you can talk a little bit. This is not your first time with working with these gentlemen. Like, tell me the origin story about where did you meet Gil and where did you meet Sky?
Sky, I met at a casting for a short film years ago in LA, a short film I didn't make, where you sort of fell in love with a pint-sized sex worker. Yeah. And then I was going to make my second film, which is called An Evening with Beverly Loughlin. I was going to shoot that just before Greasy Strangler, in a similar sort of style with kind of unknown actors and do it in a sort of very pure way, I guess. And Gil came in and read as the character Beverly Loughlin, who ended up being played by Craig Robinson. Right. But that's how I met Gil. That's also how I met Michael St. Michaels, actually. He came in for the Beverly Loughlin casting, yeah. And
I'll ask you another follow-up question. I noticed that you've created a new logo for the Haas Kingdom.
I sneaked one in.
You snuck one in. Can you articulate on this concept of a Haas Kingdom? And is this a cinematic universe that you're crafting over decades?
Well, clearly it is. Yeah. Is this a sort of a redundant question? A rhetorical question? No, I feel embarrassed with. I think it was just a joke, really. Haas Kingdom. I mean, I hate the name Hosking for a start, so I don't know why I'm using it.
So I'm going to pass it over to you gentlemen. Like, what you're playing some pretty oversized figures. What was the direction, or was there direction, and how do you approach tackling somebody like Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney?
I've listened to a lot of videos, interviews. Jim said, listen to some interviews. Get familiar with this guy named Paul McCartney.
Was the sound working on the videos?
And then I went back into Linda's past and got into the vegetarian ready meals thing and kind of got familiar with that.
I think maybe people don't know that in the US. Is that right about Linda McCartney or not?
They know.
I mean, if you Google Linda McCartney veggie sausages, you will be surprised at the depth and breadth of the categories that this lady made available to the United Kingdom. Yeah, Gil, you can't get out of this question. It was a two-parter.
What do you want?
How did you prepare for the portrayal of Stevie Wonder?
Well, I didn't. Somebody had to say that. But I started out by watching his videos, of course. And I tried to get his.
You watched them more than Stevie watched them. Oh, now come on, that was just a joke. Can't say anything these days. Back in the UK, I'd be knighted for that.
But you're a king.
I'm not a spineless yes man, but I'll agree to everything everybody says.
No, but we had a sort of shorthand when we were making the film with Gil, where there was like good Stevie, mid Stevie, and bad Stevie. And then there was also evil Stevie. If I wanted to really abrasive voice from Gil, then I'd ask for evil Stevie.
Yeah,
so
well-
there were these. It was like a stick shift.
Right. And he's lucky that I'm double bipolar. That's how it works. It's so easy to do. When you got all those personality things, you see, TMI, too much information. Oh, there's
Yeah, STFU.
the girl I was trying to hit on just left.
Gil, no, that's not the sort of thing that we say.
I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting.
Gil, the movie.
Sorry about that.
I did tease out that there's nuggets available for the audience. Does anybody in the audience, you're either hungry or have a question? You can accomplish both right here, sir, in the second row.
The shot where Paul McCartney is riding to the store to get the cocoa ingredients, and he rides by and then almost immediately exits the store. You talk about how you did that. Was it a double? Was it a locked off camera?
That's a technical question. Did everybody hear that question? I think it's
You think that we had the budget for a double? Yeah, that's
and start walking up to the nugget table, sir. As we hear the scintillating story of the non-double.
Yeah, I mean that's basically the camera panning to an end point, and then keeping the camera static, and then Sky, in a sort of Olympian manner, runs into the shop, and then appears again, and it's seamlessly put together to make your teeth fall out with glee.
Kneel at the nugget slide.
They come in pretty hot. We didn't get the angle of trajectory quite right on this fantastic Best Nugget slide, just so you know.
It's coming down the nugget slide.
All right, first nugget. Oh, the hands are flying up now they see the nugget joy. We got one right here.
How do you explain the lack of shrinkage in the cold water?
Let's just, hey, can we have a round of applause for our penis team back from Greasy Strangler? I gotta say, you're top shelf when it comes to the world of prosthetic penises.
Actually, the penises, there's a big difference between the ones from Greasy Strangler, where the guy who made them said that I was more difficult than Mel Gibson on The Passion of Christ. These ones were actually made by the guy who made the penis for Red Rocket, so this is an art house film, and if you don't think so, you can leave the building.
Yes, and the question was specifically, I think jokingly, about shrinkage. If you want to talk about shrinkage, you can, but you should ready the next nugget, my friend.
How can you shrink what isn't even there?
I will say, I'm not going to say what the budget of the film was, but I will say 2% of this budget was spent on prosthetic penises. It was a significant expense, and I'm glad, at least with this gentleman, it resonated.
It's coming down the nugget slide.
There you go. Plenty of nuggets, boys and girls. We got a question right here, front row.
So there were a lot of surreal scenes in this movie, and I can only imagine they got increasingly real when they had to be reshot repeatedly. So to that end, I wanted to ask, how many times did you have to reshoot that nude drowning scene at the beach?
Oh, how many times did you have to reshoot the drowning scene, and was it unpleasant? I guess there's a little add-on to that.
Well, not many times, because Sky, I think you went in the water twice and then...
3 times.
Well, I don't know about that, but
12 minutes total.
But you came out, I mean, honestly, like, when someone comes out and he was like hyperventilating, sort of holding his back, and he looked like, he said, I think I might be dying, and then we had one paramedic, and then suddenly it was like, well, that's a wrap, that's the end of the shoot. Sky went off to this, I think I used the word trainer the other day, and then he looked at me disparagingly, but it was like a caravan or something. But I opened the door to the caravan, and he was there sort of naked with one of those silver foil things that people wear at the end of the London Marathon, and like holding a whiskey and sort of doing a really like energetic jig. So he's a liar and a fraud.
Well, yes. What happened to me, unfortunately,
Here we go.
I'm important. I didn't even know it.
Open up the
But here's the
mouth.
thing. I got,
Redo. No, don't eat that off the floor.
You can tell the shoot was absolute chaos.
You got this. Woo, nice. That nugget slide is very unstable, ladies and gentlemen. That is a precarious nugget slide.
Anyway, Gil was going to answer about the drowning, I think, quickly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know that was going on. Why didn't you tell me, Paul? Lack of communication. Anyway, at the end of the, my fault. At the end of, in the scene of the, under the drowning part, anyway, I got caught in an undertow because of the sand at the bottom of the ocean. We have caught that, the water. It went like that, right? So it kind of, I was backing up, like all of a sudden, you know.
And you had blind contacts on.
Oh, that helped a lot too, because at least I couldn't see the sharks that were coming by me, so I didn't get that scared. So anyway, I got caught in an undertow. I thought, I really did think that was it, right? But the angels and God, they picked me up and just set me up and oh good, now I don't have to die yet. But one thing while I was under, I said, oh, did I do my last year's taxes? That's one thing that I was worried about. You know? I made that part up, I'm sorry. That part, no, just the last part. Anyway, I'm done talking.
We're gonna run right in the center there.
So I have to ask about the production design. I really love the little owl mug. Now, did it come with the tray, or did you make the tray after the fact?
Oh, important question. Did you find the owl mug, the tray, were they a combo? How much of that was assembled? I'm glad we got to this one. Good.
Yeah, that's quite funny because I spent the whole of pre-production saying to the production designer, I can't stand that owl mug. I really want, I mean, this is true, and I really want something else. And it just kept coming back, and she was saying it's a really rare mug, it's from Japan, and saying how special it was. And but no, it didn't come with the tray. I think the tray was the tray was used to kind of make me feel better about the mug. But I did like the Green Man mug. That was good. This is the Green Man.
Okay, so Sky, don't use that nugget on the right. That's a discarded nugget. We're just giving it off the floor. There.
That's
All right,
going
good.
in the Museum of Nuggets.
Hey! All right, question right here.
So during the film, there's all these shots of drinking alcohol, trying to do movie, all this food. It seems like a dare for a midnight watch party to try and keep up with these characters. And it's so much hot chocolate. And was this something you were thinking about at all during filming, or anything?
And so I guess this is the question, were you thinking about potential future midnight audiences who are stoned that want to keep pace with the consumption? Okay, that's the official question.
No.
There's your official answer, my friend. Come on, you still got a nugget slide in, I'm afraid, even though it's a truncated version.
Come over to the Nuggets.
All the way towards the back there in the center.
Are there any plans to market a fuzzy doobie whoopie box?
Fuzzy doobie movie box.
I mean, I'm up for whatever. I don't know if there are any plans. Who knows?
There's plans for merch, my friend.
Here
Don't
comes the
you worry
nugget.
about that. No. All right. Oh, doggy's gonna get that nugget. I think. Is it okay if your dog eats a nugget? No. Okay, it's not okay. Okay, good. It's gonna be fine. All right. So I think we have time for one more question. Who's got a doozy? Who wants to close this down? One possible last question. Right. You were the first. You shot your hand up. That's
Yes.
No, wait. You're a duplicate. You already had a question.
He went up.
I went.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
I'll let it
Tim, you can't do this to me. What's the name of your dog, and can I pet your dog?
His name is His name is Nugget.
No good.
We're gonna count that as a half question
Okay.
because that's. But I'm glad you asked it. You still gotta take a nugget, but we're gonna
Sweet.
take one last question. There was one more down here, right here. Okay.
I want to know about the length of the production. How many shoot days were there, and how long did post-production?
I can
Shoot
tell
days that's totally top secret. Everybody knows that. That's an unfair question. I can't reveal how expertly I work and for how long.
It was very cold. and
Post-production
rainy.
was about 5 years, wasn't it? Felt like it.
This film was actually delivered in final form. So you got it? Okay, good. 9 hours before the first screening. So yeah, it was. We really needed that pressure. So. All right, final nugget. of the day. Send it home. Hey, Sky, why don't you sing a little bit of your Nuggets song while this one's going down?
We've got vegetarian sausages, we got vegetarian nuggets, we've got vegetarian square balls, we've got vegetarian cheese tubes. We've got nuggets. Yes, we do have nuggets.
That's great. That'll be on the soundtrack, ladies and gentlemen. The soundtrack album coming soon.
Oh, he got it.
Well, gentlemen, once again, I thank you for being singular human beings and creating work that this world has never seen before. I'm a huge fan of all three of you, and let's spread it to the wind, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out. Tell your friends.
Thank you.